Hey guys, welcome back to Dragonborn Industries, and we've got a pretty special unboxing for you today. This is the AK Interactive Wargaming and Fantasy Sci-Fi paint set. There are 120 paints in here, and I was very, very lucky to have won this. It was on the AK Interactive Instagram page, so I will put that in the description below for YouTube, and please go check them out, because I'd heard of them, and I always thought, I'm never going to be able to afford those paints. And then I won the set of the paints, and they arrived today, and I'm just so excited. So we're going to do a small unboxing, see what the case is like, see what's in there. And then, yeah, please go check them out. Check out their Instagram, check out their website, check out their products. I'm just very grateful, and thank you to them for having won this. So let's have a look at the case. First of all, the case itself, I mean, it's pretty sturdy. It's a nice transportable case. It's not rattling around. That's the first thing that I notice, is that everything is as it should be. It's all nice and sealed up, and there's a lovely bit of artwork on the front, which I'm always a fan of. But it also means having a nice little carrying case. I can keep this set together, and instead of me having to wheel my entire collection, which is usually in a makeup case, all the way to the house when I want to do my hobby stuff, and up here in the studio when I want to do studio-based painting for the channel, I can just move this one about. The reviews that I've seen online for this paint set are really good, so I'm looking forward to diving into them and testing them. But today, I'm just going to be showing you really what's inside the box. We've got the nice hard case, and we've got these lovely clips just there, which are really, really nice. And look at that. That is a beautifully laid out scene in front of me. I can already tell it's in colour order, it's not mixed up. And like, the colours are all on the front here with the actual case, but also this bit here is the equivalency chart. So it says, scan this code to download the 120 colours and their equivalences. So I think that's throughout their ranges and possibly the other ranges of paints out there from other companies, but we'll have to go and check that one out shortly. There are 3 spaces here, I'm assuming just in case you get more paint, or because this is the 120. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 across. To there. 90. Yeah, 120. So let's start where this blank bit is. I think from the looks of things, this is the metallics. So, oh, they're in there properly. That's why they're not shaking around. Yeah, so these are that's the gunmetal just there. I don't hear an agitator, but I have plenty of the Army Painter stainless steel balls. Oh, they are in there good and proper. Things like oily steel. And I'm not necessarily going to go through all of the paints for you right here and now, because there is a comprehensive list on their website. But, so these are clearly the metallics up the right-hand side of the case. Yeah, so we've got bronze, we've got some coppers. I assume this brown one is a dark bronze. Burnt tin. We've got some whites. That's a pearl, which is awesome. Big fan of that. We've got silvers and gold, some brass. This seems to be the end of the metallics there with the bright gold. Then we've got the blue shades up here moving into here. So it looks like you either come one from the top corner and down, or from the bottom corner and up. But the blue shades, let's start here. So I'm assuming that this one will be... So that one's called Oxford, which is a pretty dark blue. I'm not sure if that will actually show up on that camera up there. I actually need to check. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Then we've got things like... Oh, that's in there properly. Whew. So that's a medium blue. So I wonder if this is like a triode system. Then we've got an amethyst blue. So if there's a dark and a medium, I imagine there'll just be a... like imperial blue. I wonder what that's close to. That's very cool. I really like these lids with those little cross sections there. I imagine that's so you can put them in a paint shaker and spin them up. Dropper bottles as well, which is really good. How many's in them? 17 mil. So pretty standard for a lot of the paint ranges out there. They're all the acrylic colours. Then we've got some of the lighter ones here. So we've got deep skies. I just want to find that light blue to see if it's part of a triode thing. But they're all called things at the moment, like Snow Blue and Deep Sea. We've got Imperial Blue, Ultramarine Blue. So yeah, big list of those. We've got, moving up into here, we've got some teals, which I really like teals. So we've got things like Archaic Turquoise and what looks to be an Aquamarine. Aquatic turquoise. Very lovely. That looks quite pastel-y. Ah, it is! There's a pastel blue. So we've got some of the pastel colours in here as well, which is really looking forward to playing with those, actually. We're still going through. Right, anthracite grey. Ah, so we've got some greys in here as well. Oh, I guess that's like, because that's a grey blue. So actually, so all of this realistically still falls in the blue lines. Because then we've got dark blue grey all the way up through the intermediate blue. So what are all these ones? Spectrum blue. And as we move towards the greens, there's the pale blue. So yeah, and then we're going to start off on the greens, and that's a black green, which looks like a Caliban green to me from Games Workshop. Yeah, so we've got a different selection of greens, although actually they are in really tight. I mean, like, I don't know if I can actually pull that off to show you, but they ain't coming out. That's really in there. So I don't think there's a worry of dropping the case, although they look a bit more turquoise again. Oh, no, that's an emerald. Look at that. That's very bright. Lot of very, very bright colours in here. That mint green is stunning. But something that caught my eye is a few different ones here. So, for example, down here... Oh, it is! That's a fluorescent. So, this is a fluorescent green. And I imagine, being fluorescent, that is going to be really, really clear and very, very bright under a UV lamp or a UV light. And we've got luminous green. Look at that. That's disgustingly good. That's got to be one there. Look how fluorescent that is. So I've been playing around with UV paints recently, and I've been really enjoying messing around with my Green Stuff World ones. But these look really opaque, and I'm wondering if they'll go on really smooth, or if they'll be kind of patchy to be brushed on, or if they're better to be airbrushed on. So that could be a cool comparison thing that we do, is to test out these against the Green Stuff World fluorescents. But yeah, I guess we'll go from there. As for the actual standard paint, it is looking very, very good. I believe they're mixed for both airbrush and brush painting, which is awesome. So we've got the browns. So we've done the greens. In fact, actually, oh, look at that. Frog green. I like that a lot. That's a very pretty green. Oh, and that's like a pastel green as well. I really like those pastel colours. That's a pastel green just there. We've got, a bit squeaky, but that's because it's nice and tight. Pistachio. So we're starting to go into the yellows, clearly. We've got that fluorescent green down here, and another really bright one. That's that luminous green again. These could be browns and yellows. So yeah, green browns, midstone. So yeah, so we've got some earth pigments here. Ochre, so we're going through the browns into the yellows. Golden brown, yeah, cool. Then, oh no, because there's more yellows over here. So this must be the browns to the oranges then. Yes, because we've got things like leather brown just there, which is really dark. So that's going to make a great base layer for things. And grim brown. Oh, that's going to be very, very good to things. Let's have a look through the oranges. So where do the oranges start? That's mahogany brown. There we go. So we've got light rust. This is another acrylic modeling color. So it's not a pigment or anything like that. This is literally, we'll have to see how that comes out of the bottle in terms of thinness. I know that when I use the Vallejo oranges, they're quite good for holding their pigment and keeping their consistency. But I found that with things like the Army Painter paints, although I do love the Army Painter paints, and they are the majority of the ones that I use, some of their lighter colours like jungle green and some of their oranges can be a bit, I don't know if it's just my paints or something I'm doing, but they can be a bit inconsistent in their consistency. So that's medium rust. So we've got some more orange browns. Oh, an intense colour. I'm not sure what that is as part of the range, but we're going to have to look at what that is online. And I'll put a link to the AK Interactive website in the description, hopefully below. Oh, we're going into the reds here. So we've got a black red, which is just absolutely diabolical. Again, that's going to make for a fantastic base layer, especially on top of things like black. Let's move up. So we've got some oranges there, then reds, then back to a few oranges. So I'm going to let's grab a really bright red. That's dead red. That's actually close to a reddish kind of coral, maybe. So then we've got scarlet red. Oh, fluorescent catches my eye every time. I'm going to have a bit of a play around with that. And that pink that's next to it. I'm going to try and get something painted with those and just see how it looks under a UV light. We got the pastel violet there. I'm very much looking forward to playing with those. So we've got the purples all down here. Another intense one for the deep violet. And next to it being the lilac. Let's keep on going down. Let's see the orange down here. Another intense colour. So this will be what I want to test, is the intense colours. Because I want to see how many layers go onto something. So that'll be very exciting for me. But that's deep orange. And this is to point out the third generation. So I believe there's been, obviously, their first paint range, then they reformulated the paint, and then this is their third generation of reformulations. I believe that's how it works. Don't quote me on that. Oh, flesh tones. So let me cover the pinks, and then I'm going to quickly go through the flesh tones, because I think that's probably worth the bigger shout. So this is, a laser magenta. That's absolutely stunning. One of my favorites is a decent pink. That looks like hot pink, maybe a bit of fulgrim pink. I'm going to definitely test that one out because I like putting pink onto minis, especially the sci-fi stuff. Old rose. Okay, that's going to be really good for like warming up cheeks, the old rose, as we move into things that are closer to skin tones. So we've got this sickly pink here. That is going to be, again, could be a good base tone, or it could be a good highlighter for certain things. Wow, this is really good. So this is decomposed flesh. That is a... what can I compare this to? So it looks like a really deep beige. God, I should know my colours better than this. But it looks like decaying flesh, which is really washed out and cool. So that's probably going to see the road test soon. And vampiric flesh, actually those two together, that one as a base and then that one as a highlight. Maybe a little bit of white on top of that. Or is there a lighter flesh? So all of these ones, they look like standard flesh tones. Let's have a quick look. So we've got sunny skin, medium flesh, radiant flesh. So let's go down here. Yeah, we're going to get some lighter fleshes here. We've got basic skin tone. I actually really like that, actually. I mean, it's not far off my ginger pale body. That's luminous flesh. Oh, that's bad that that's the one that matches me best. Yeah, so I think with light flesh on top of those two, that's going to mix with some fantastic vampiric palettes. Another fluorescent colour with the yellow there. God, I want to see those under a UV light. Laser yellow. Damn, that's bright. That's not a UV one, so that... be interesting to see how clear that is. We've got a decent range of really rich yellows like radiant yellow, which is very, very, very solid in colour. This one looks really beautiful. This is, it's just called yellow. And it is just that. Volcanic yellow, that's nice. It's like a little hint of orange to it. Golden yellow, that could be a peachy yellow, yeah. We've got Sahara, so we've got sand. Let's have a look here. Purulent yellow. I'm gonna have to learn a new word. What else have we got? Ice yellow. I'd say that's cool. I don't know if that's too much of a pun. What we got here? Sand yellow, so we've got some highlighting sand colours or some higher tones. Medium sand, so it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of sand in here. And pale sand, just... oh, that is a really nice pale sand, actually. That looks like a really nice, pure, unlittered beach. A beige? It looks like we've got the blacks and the greys up here. Whoa. So that's the intense colour black. It's very dark. Looking forward to trying that one out. Yeah, and then we're going to go through the grey scales. So if we start there, that Tenebrous grey is very, very dark. Almost black. But let's see how far up the scale it goes. So somewhere in the middle, we've got green grey and graphite. That's probably close to Mechanica Standard Grey for Games Workshop. Sky Grey is quite an ashy grey. Got a few more like blue greys and a warm grey, actually. That's really nice. But how far up the greys do we go? We've got rock grey, that's quite pale. Then we've got some more colours up here. That's a greenish white. It's like a very pale pastel green kind of colour. Ivory, that's going to get used a lot. Very common in my painting to use that. We've got white grey. Oh, that's nice. That looks like just a slightly lighter tone than... Oh, what's the Games Workshop one called? Corax White. And the last one up here should be a white, and yes, look at that. It's an intense colour white up in the top corner there. So, I mean, 120 paints. Obviously, I'm not going to show you every one like this in a bottle. But for how secure they are, and for something that, again, I can close this, I can keep them in a nice order, and I can trundle off away to my friends' houses, or I can go down to the house where I do my hobby stuff, or I can bring it back up here. I can go painting down there with the kids, and it's going nowhere. I really also like that they have got the AK sign on the back. This is a very lovely paint set, and again, I want to say thank you to AK Interactive for doing the giveaway and for having that opportunity out there for people. Please go follow them, anybody who might be watching this, because I don't know when the next giveaway might be, if they're going to do a next giveaway, but I'm super excited to get testing these out, and hopefully I'll do a little series on them or something. But please go check them out. Please go see if there's going to be another competition in the future, and hopefully you guys find a really cool paint set for yourselves from them. But until then, take it easy, and may those dice gods be ever in your favour. See you guys.